What's up, guys? Trying out my new GoPro camera mount on my truck, so I figured it's a good time to talk about intakes. As you guys probably saw on the thumbnail and the description, that I'm getting a intake tube. So I figured I'd get that versus a regular like full cold air intake. I figured I'd do that because a full cold air intake, on certain models or certain companies, they have an open top to the filter, so it's just pulling in air from the engine bay, and the engine bay gets pretty hot. So the actual factory box pulls air from the fender well, so it's going to be a lot cooler. Its air comes out from the front, so you got fresh air. So I figured I'd do that, just do the intake tube, because this factory intake tube is it's got certain boxes on there just to eliminate noise and stuff like that. So I figured I'd get the intake tube. So I haven't installed it yet, but I'm gonna try out. I'm testing out, see what my gas mileage is. Right now I'm doing a trip, probably gonna be like 150, 170 miles. So I'm gonna see what the average gas mileage is, and then install it, and then hopefully do the same trip, and I'll let you guys know if I get any increase in gas mileage. So I'll let you guys know kind of down the road. I'll do a review on it. So yeah, there you go.
All right, so after my trip, I did about 422 miles. And my average fuel economy was 13.8. So that's my average fuel economy with the stock intake. Now to put in the intake tube and test her out again.
Alright guys, so I've had the intake in for a couple days now. I haven't really driven around, but right now I'm driving, obviously. So, but so far what I think of this intake tube is it's actually kind of nice. It's definitely, the throttle response is a lot better. So like at a stoplight or stop sign, getting off the line, it's a lot better. I kind of like that. Definitely noise-wise, it's a little louder, which is kind of nice. I don't mind that. So, but other than that, gas mileage-wise, we'll see. You guys already saw what the gas mileage was. I did about 400 miles, and I forget if it was 14 miles per gallon or whatever. So right now we are at 60 miles into the trip, and we're at 14.3 miles per gallon. So we'll see. One thing I did pick up at the parts store is some Lucas fuel treatment, I think, or upper cylinder lubricant. I've ran this in both of my other trucks, and I really like it. It definitely seems to help gas mileage and power, and just keep things kind of clean, keep the injectors clean. So I like that. But yeah, this intake, it's not like crazy different, but it's definitely, you can definitely feel that there's a difference. So like definitely on the interstate cruising at like 70 miles an hour, even with 33-inch tires on and 342 gears. I wish I had 373 gears, I think, or 372. I forget what the GM gear set is, but I wish I had a little higher numerical gear set versus the 342s. but definitely on inclines it helps a lot. It doesn't shift down as easily, which is nice. So we'll see how that kind of translates to gas mileage. It seems like it's working out a little better now, but everything other than that, everything's the same. I'm running AC, same tires, same kind of terrain and hills and whatnot. And I'm kind of curious. I'm going to be going through the White Mountains in New Hampshire, so a little bit of elevation. I know before it was it would shift down a lot easier in the higher elevation, so the air was a little thinner. So hopefully this helps out. We'll see. And another thing it did is actually I got a new air filter. So I had a K&N reusable air filter, and I've had that on my last truck, my 2004 Silverado. I swapped it over to this one. I've cleaned it since, but it's old and it's a little dirty, so I figured I'd just get a new filter, see how that goes. So, but yeah, we'll see how this, after this trip, how the gas mileage is and what my thoughts are. But so far, I'm liking it. It's nice. It looks good under the hood too, so can't complain there. But definitely with that old intake, it has little baffles or whatever, extra air pockets to kind of help with noise. But I feel like there's one that goes right on top of the engine over the intake, and I feel like that gets hot, so it just translates more heat to the intake. So hopefully this is a little cooler air. So we'll see.
All right, guys. Trip was 412 miles, and fuel range, and then average fuel economy is 14 miles per gallon, which I believe is the same as last time. The only thing is, this time I did a little more slower driving and stuff, and so I kind of expected it to be lower, but looks about the same.
All right, guys, so I'm 172 miles in to the trip, or driving wise, I guess, using this intake, and the average gas mileage is 14.3, so it's a little better. It's not that much, but I can definitely tell on hills that it's definitely a little more torque, low end torque. It's not downshifting as much, so I kind of like it. I forget what I paid for it. I think it's like 100 something. I'll put it right there. But yeah, I paid probably a little more than I want to, but it's still worth it for me. So if you guys have a truck or something like this and are interested in it, I would recommend it for sure. It definitely helps it a little bit. I'll probably do another review later down the road where I put a lot more miles on it and can give you kind of a long-term review of it. But yeah, so far I like it. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.